Greetings everyone, PJ Weiler back with you for another episode of Stronghold Kingdoms, Fighting in America. It's our Blaze of Glory series. I think I'm a little out of it today, folks. I've had some severe intestinal issues over the last 24 hours, and it's knocked me for a loop, so if you see some jump cuts in the time up here, the music, stuff like that, well, yeah, I'm taking care of business. Hopefully, this shouldn't be too long, though. We'll be able to knock through this. So, where did we leave off from our last episode? Well, we were preparing to cap a couple of villages here. Well, I and Traveler's Way were. Guaraland. We were talking about Guaraland, who was an Aztec. And then over here in Des Moines. But naturally, as always seems to happen when I'm prepared to cap an inactive village, they get wiped off the map. So here I was already to show some exciting caps and using up the parish armies and stuff like that against these castles, and we're going to be relocated to just buying village charters. So I don't think, no, Travelers hasn't launched yet. We're actually both still preparing, selling off stuff, because what we need to do in order to, either cap or buy a charter is abandon these two villages. So as I mentioned, we're getting out of Penarolosa, move down here into North New Mexico. So I was originally gonna go into Des Moines and use that as my lowland, but since I can't cap an already established and build up village, we're just going to go down here in Ribera. A little bit closer, so it'll end up being a little bit cheaper and quicker to nab one of these. So what we're going to end up doing is grabbing one of these charters, making it a lowland. That way I actually have the lowland to share among these guys, which is our salt flats and fishery too. And then what we're going to end up doing is converting Teutonius here to our fishing 1, which Trinitari is currently. So what I was going to do, what I'm doing here right now is just selling off the rest of our excess inventory here. Since I've got no population, I'm not going to waste time trying to build up population to continue building up the army, since I actually don't need the army. Except I actually do have a bit of an army here. What we're going to end up doing is throwing it against the pig's castle here, to see if we can knock off that quest or not. So we did scouting a few things here. We scouted a wolf lair there in Aztec. Maybe knock that off for Travelers, but I thought twice about that. So no real need to take care of that. In the pig's castle here, nasty little fellow. So I'm actually going to need a lot. Doubtful that between Penarolosa's parish army and my army from Trinitari, I highly doubt we're taking this guy down. But what I'm hoping to do is that between those two armies I can get enough wiped out here that I can use a couple other parish armies to finish breaking and or destroyed. But we'll see. So I really, at this point, I don't want to use up all my parish armies like we ended up doing, taking out that pig's castle that was in Theamalosa a month ago. Quite a pain in the butt that was. And this actual one is less of a pain in the butt than the one that's in Aztec right now. So I think what we'll do is see how once Traveler's Way can get into Aztec, we'll see what the situation is with that army too, because he might be able to help with breakers and stuff like that too. So we'll see. Looks like he's actually going to finish off his bandit quest. To destroy 3 bandit camps in 24 hours. He ended up taking out the one in Nagizi, and I actually let him take over Pinerolosa. So you can take out the one that was there, and naturally, of course, the Snake's Castle spawns, which is really neither here nor there since we're leaving Pinerolosa. So in the meantime, welcome Sendril. Sendril from a YouTube fan of ours who's on the island world. Things are quiet there, so he's going to come help us here in Age 4 on USA 2. So welcome Sendril. Ah, yes. Travelers Way finally got around to showing, forwarding us the reports of David raising his village out there in Montezuma Creek in Utah. So let's take a look at that. Now this was the new village he had bought a charter just to get back into the parish to take it over again from Dread Draymark when Dread was, or Dead Draymark was in Captain's Salt Flats village. So obviously it wasn't going to be a permanent village. It was just there to basically hold control of the parish until, of course, you know, House 16 has gotten their firm hold right now. But there is stuff to talk about, which we'll see shortly. So that's that. No need to worry about Gwarland anymore because, well, he's gone. But I did, was this my... Oh yeah, this was, I didn't actually take a look at this. Just wanted to see if that raise was, or did I take a look at this? I think I did take a look at this. I sent a pillage that I didn't take a look at. So we'll take a look at that and then we'll review the status of the map and the ongoing battles. Sucks too, because it would have been nice to have this village. I mean, the castle needed a little bit of work, but anyway, let's take a look. Oh, and I am now a liege lord. So I've actually I'm LLing both of Sendril's villages, and he's over here in North Arizona. So did he end up taking that parish? Yeah. So I actually, he asked about taking this parish. I said, you know, of course we don't want to ruffle the feathers of House 9 at this point, because we're sort of neutral towards them. I said I said to contact this guy and his faction general. I think Lord William was actually in our... Oh yeah, I think Lord William was actually in Illuminati Project at one point. So I said contact Lord William and his faction general, and if you don't get a response or if they say it's okay, go ahead and take over the parish. And if we get any pushback, we'll deal with that as the time comes. And so he also took a second village here in Peacock Peak, which is nobody. So we're good there. So of course, South Utah still under control here of House 16. House 17 still has Oregon and most of California. Their fight with those two rogue factions in House 13 is still going on. Right now, it looks like we had a couple of peeps helping out House 17, since obviously they are our allies, as is House 13. So it's kind of a tough position there. So we've unfortunately had to take a neutral stance, especially since dealing with House 16 as well. Take a neutral stance in this battle because, you know, most of House 13 is still allies, as is the faction in House 17. So as much as we'd like to help allies, you know, when one ally is pitted against another, it puts you in a tough position. So I did want to look at that. There it is. I want to take a look at this first, see what we got here. That's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do... Meglo. Oh yeah, I did We'll go for the reason chat. Oh, it failed. Okay. Ah, yes. Okay, so the defender wins. We did not even get a report on that. Okay. All well and dandy. So we don't need that anymore, really. So, Mlego 55. This is actually his parish, which is actually built up, as you can see. Actually, let me show a map, please. So since he has a lot of disease and plenty of flags, I figured might as well complete that parish raid flag quest that I got here, if possible. Knock that out of the way too, since we were going to go for team player 7, but that's going to take a while. So I figured might as well knock out some of the other quests we can take care of in short order. This would have been one of them. But too much of a pain in the ass, really. So I'm assuming he's inactive. I'm just surprised that nobody's gone after all those flags. Oh, for God's sakes. Yes, that's the one I want. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, so what we want to do now is send the rest of that stuff to Themalusa. The question, though, there is, what am I going to do with this stuff? So I do have that quest for banqueting, but see, it's a pain in the ass because I've got to empty out a village wood and stone resources. In order to accept that much. And of course I want to use up the Penelosa and Trinitaria armies on this pig's castle. But of course if I abandon the damn thing, I'm going to end up taking it out with one of those attacks. Alright, so you know what? Let's launch the attacks. Let's see how we do here. So that essentially is going to determine what the hell we end up doing here. 5 catapults, not really going to do too much. But you know what? Before I do that, see if I can. I think we're at max, right? Okay, yeah, we are at max. So let's get back here. Now I want Penelosa to attack first. So we'll see how this goes. That's going to be a tough one to throw up there. Okay. Yes. It's not exactly how I planned this out, but alright, we'll just do that. Screw it, let's go. We'll find out in less than 7 minutes what kind of damage, if any, we do to this thing. In the meantime, let's take a look at the rest of the map here. So, you see House 10 is now active. As a matter of fact, here, let's see who is in House 10. Are these old House 9 guys, or are they... Not exactly sure. I don't recognize these names. If they're House 13, who's broken off in preparation for the change of the 4th age, or some old House 9 people, or House 19 people. So there is still House 19 here. Yeah, it looks like they may have been House 19. I thought there were 2 factions there in House 19 during their fight. So they might be the other House 19 faction. So obviously House 13 has been able to beat back House 19 in that battle. But the interesting development here, House 16 is no longer in control of South Florida. Now they do have the South. Walter Meyer is in control of Atlanta there, which is capital of the South. Oh no, it's Lord Sacios. It's interesting. And if that just has not updated yet, because Walter Meyer was, and that should be the capital. That should be the capital there of the South. Interesting. Well, they had control there. As you can see, they've been beaten back here. Looks like House 13 had enough of the House 16 nonsense, so they've taken over West Tennessee and pretty much wiped all of House 16 from there. House 16 is pretty much gone there. Walter Meyer still has control of North Louisiana. I was sort of tempted to send monks to monk him out, but it's not really worth the time at this point in time, so close to the end of the age, when House 13 and House 20 are going to jump in and pretty much eliminate them from the Mideast here. So one interesting note here, though. House 16... Oshi was reset, so yesterday he only had 1 village, so he ended up getting reset. So where's he at now? So he's in Texas and South Oklahoma. So Oshi ended up getting reset there. Just did a few of these guys, I think. He's got his villages back. Oh, Mr. Britain Kitten, Mr. Mitten Kitten. Okay, yeah, Mitten Kitten. Well, basically, it's just using monks at this point to stay in control of the capitals is what they're doing there. Let's see how we're doing here. So we're almost good there, so... see what we're going to do. We'll wait for that to attack. I might as well just launch this army too, because it's going to be coming in later. Anyway. Alright, Trinitaria. Let's use you up. Make use of all this stuff and see how things pan out. That way I can abandon this village sooner rather than later. And get on to buying that charter. Alright, launch attack will be there in 14 minutes. Go. So I will take a pause to review those attacks. Alright, goods traded. Good, good, good. So we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that. Oh, the little attacks here. Good. Enemy attacks, yep. No real worries with these anymore. Just annoying more than anything. Yeah. Oh, that's Traveler's Way attacking the bandit camp in Penrose. Let's take a look. And thusly, that is thusly. Yep. Malosa. Yes, the rat. Relatively little issue here. Ah, okay, so let's take a look at this. Holy crap, really? We didn't even get a report? Oh, wow. Wow. Yes. I think we have to worry about completing that quest. Anytime soon. So, well, what I'll do then, I'll do this. I'll hold my banquet, and then I can just hold this quest in reserve until I empty out a village. Or you know what? Ooh. Here's an idea. I can hold that until I get charter here. And use it to fill that village. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, that is an idea. There we go. Whew, I can still think straight every once in a while, so good. Wow. So we're not going to see any change here, I would wager. Yeah, wow. Didn't even get a report off of that guy. So that's gonna give Traveler's Way some issues. Wow. These friggin' AI castles. It means obviously Trinitari's army isn't going to do anything against that. So let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, that's right. So I think the siege camp there, the final attack, knocked out a couple of these towers. So naturally, oh good, we defended that anyway. So where? Oh, so we attacked from that side. That's, oh, that was a, ow! Ransacked from the snake. That's unusual. It's a good thing they decided to go that way, because obviously we were not going to be able to defend against that if we couldn't defend against the pillage. That would have been that would have been highly irritating. So, pillaggio. Right from that side, yep. Okay, so, yeah. So we won that one, another pillage. So where's this again? Is this against Trinitaria? This might be against Trinitaria. Oh, belly. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, against Trinitaria. Okay. So yada, yada, yada. Yada, 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 yada. Takes care of some of the key reports we wanted to review. How much longer we got here? 6 minutes? Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. We reviewed the map, obviously. Oh, look at that. House 13 has won this glory round. I didn't think it so counted up, but it does. So, probably tomorrow, day 565, or 566, or day 567, we should be entering Age 4. So they should be taking the servers down here shortly to institute Age 4, and then I guess the real excitement begins there. We'll see if we end up getting reset finally then, or not. We'll see what the various House 13 factions will be doing at that point. Alright, so what we're going to do then now is, before I forget, we're going to hold our exquisite banquet. Quest complete. That's good. Ooh, achievement. Ooh, fine dining. Dining. Yes, excellent. Banquet King. Excellent. Quest completed. Excellent. Let's take a look at that. And where are they? They actually should be completed, shouldn't they? There's team player. Ah, here we go. Fine dining. Okay, that didn't update yet. There we go. Fine dining. Okay. There we go. That is the end of that. And where is Banquet King? It's noted there. Banquet King. Banquet King, there it is. So halfway to the next level. Excellent. Alright, let me take a pause here so I will wait to see how that turns out, and we'll go make things easier on my belly. Okay, we're back. Let's see how this turned out. Oh, wow, we actually got a report of this. Wow. Looks like there was some damage done there. Oh, we cleared those guys out anyway. Alright, so at least we got the report. You know what? We will forward that to Traveler's Way. That way he'll have a report of that too. Alright. So, that's that then. So I think we're good. Oh, you know what? I was going to... what I wanted to do before I abandoned this was get rid of the rest of our stone here. To, I think, Vegas. Right, yeah. So that's going to take a little while. So I was getting to launch my captain, but that's going to be a little bit longer than normal. So, say that regardless, I'm going to finish emptying out inventory in Trinitaria there, abandon it, and then go cap Ribera. Yeah. Later. Today at some point. Vegas, so you know what? Oh, I was about to say, do I have a captain here yet? I think I do. Ooh, let me do that. No, good. So what I'm going to do is abandon Trinitaria first, because that'll cheapen the cost of the captain by 1,000 gold. So we'll wait on that. Alright, so I was hoping to show some captures here, but instead we're going to end up getting some charters. So when next we meet, we should have Traveler's Way in Aztec. I should be in Ribera. And it's going to be Age 4, and it's going to be a whole new ball game. So, until then, this is BJ Waller saying thanks for watching. And until next time, I will see you in-game.